How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about Workhorse today because I put up a poll and you have spoken. You want to hear me talk about Workhorse? It is up pretty big on the day, and there are some things that I think you need to be really cautious of, and this is what I'm thinking about over the next month in this stock. I think it's something that not too many people are talking about, and it will inform my decision on whether I am selling. It has changed from where my ideas were in the past when I would sell this stock, and I think this is the best option going forward. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Also, if you haven't hit subscribe, please hit subscribe. We're getting close to 25,000 subscribers. I think we're going to hit there by Christmas, probably before. And if you need to do something nice today, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you guys want, though, you can get 4 free stocks. You can get 4 free stocks. They up this from 3 using the link down below to WeBull. Just deposit $100 and you can get those free stocks. You can get Google, Facebook, a bunch of other expensive stocks too. 2 of them are worth up to $1,600, so definitely check that out. It does help me out too, so I do appreciate that. And if you want to join our Patreon, we're growing like crazy. You can check out the link down below. Also, for that, you can get into a group of other investors. You can hear exactly what I'm buying and what I'm selling right when I'm doing it. And I will be honest, we did pick out CIIC stock, which is up 39% today. So we talked about that last week. I bought it. We're up about 60 to 70% already in the first week of that stock. So that is always nice to see. So Workhorse is up 10.5% today. By the time you see this, who knows where it will be? It could be up 20%. It could be down. This stock is very volatile and it's been getting a lot of buying pressure recently. So right now, these are massive moves that are being made, right? So this shows the volume of the purchases. So we can see here 52,000 shares being bought, 77,000 shares being bought. You can see here 141,000. These are not by retail investors. These 83,000 shares a minute. This is being put on by the institutions, I believe. Now, right now, there is no news on Workhorse. So I'll be honest, I thought there was something that came out this morning that pushed the stock up. We're up almost 11% right now. I thought there was some good news, but after scouring the internet for half an hour, there's nothing. I mean, this is the only article, and it just says that Workhorse is up. There is nothing in the comment section of WeBull. There's nothing in news anywhere. I think this is just institutional buying, and I'll explain why I think they're buying here in a second and the thing to be cautious of. But right now, there is still a massive amount of short interest. That is something to pay attention to, as this probably will go down. I would assume people are going to cover back and buy back shares because it is going up so much. But right now, we do have a large position of institutions that are owning this stock. So as of, this is September, they have to do this every quarter. They have about 33% in institutions. I think this has gone up a lot. I think a lot of retail investors, the hype investors, maybe sold out when it went up and then went back down from 30 to 15 or so. I think a lot of those got out, but a lot of institutions are buying in right now. You can see Vanguard, BlackRock, ARK Invest owns a large amount of institutions that are just purchasing like crazy right now. And the thing that I think we have to be cautious of, this is what I am paying attention to drastically, is I think institutions are doing this for one of 2 reasons. First of all, they could be doing this because obviously they think that Workhorse is going to get the USPS contract. They're up for this $6.3 billion contract. They could be thinking that that's going to be awarded mostly to Workhorse. They're thinking that it will cause the stock to go up pretty drastically. But the other thing that they could be doing, which I think is what I'm really cautious about, is they could be just doing this towards the end of the year to increase their return. So why do I say this? Obviously, everyone wants to increase their returns. Well, I've been saying this for a month. I think we'll start to push up towards the end of the year with the hype building on the USPS contract. Now, it does strike me as odd that we're moving up this early. So we're supposed to get this contract by the end of the year. I thought that, a lot of swing traders don't really like to be in stocks for more than a couple weeks, maybe even a week. I thought we would see this maybe early to mid-December, but we're seeing this mid-November. So we're seeing a lot of institutions buying way before I thought we would see retail investors buying on the hype. So I think they are trying to capitalize on the coming hype of Workhorse. And I'll be honest, I did that too. I bought more shares when it fell down to 15, thinking, okay, we're falling down because we got pushed back in the USPS contract towards the end of the year. I think it will continue to push up around the end of the year. I think we will see it continue to push up here, but it is interesting to see it this early. So I think they might be trying to not pump and dump necessarily, but buy in, ride the hype up a little bit as the end of the year approaches, and then sell out, get those nice returns on their sheets, and be able to show that to their investors. I'm not planning on selling right now, so even though we're up a good amount, I mean, I'm up over 50%, I believe, on this stock, I don't plan on selling yet for a couple different reasons. First of all, I think that we could get the USPS contract, and it could go up massively. Also, I don't think we're at the end of this hype, so I obviously could be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't see the future, so I think we will continue to ride this hype up, and it will continue to push the stock up because we have so much time left until the USPS contract. I don't know who thinks that we're going to get that like at the end of the month or anything like that. I think everyone knows end of the year. So I think it will continue to push up as the stock continues to move up. More people will hear about it and buy in, and a lot of swing traders might come in too. So I think we'll miss out on some gains if we sell now, but I am cautious about institutions selling off. If we get into November, right? So I had thought that I would sell out if we hit $40 a share, or at least sell part of my position, I should say about 50% if we hit $40 a share. Now I'm still planning on doing that if we hit maybe mid 30s. So that would give me about an 80 to 90% rate of return, or return on my investment, selling about half of my investment then. And by then, I will have almost 100% profit. I would be able to sell out of half my position and almost be completely profit still in the stock. But I am going to pay attention over the next month to make sure that we do not get some type of sell-off from institutions. So if I start to see large sell-offs, if we have a big negative day kind of out of nowhere, and maybe other stocks aren't going through the same thing, like if the EV market isn't being sold off, if we start to see that, and I think that we're getting closer to the end of the year where a lot of institutions are going to try to sell off and capitalize on the fact that it has been pumped up so much, I might sell off myself, or at least sell part of my position. I probably would be more likely to sell off maybe half of my position just to lock in some profit than to sell off the entire position, because I still think we're going to get the USPS contract, but I think there might be some shenanigans going behind the scenes with these institutions. I have been buying other stocks too. CIIG has been up, or CIIC, I should say, has been up a significant amount. We've had a couple other stocks that we've bought into that have gone up 20, 30%. Just bought over $1,000 worth of SBE on Friday. We're up 20%, 20-something percent today. We were up a lot Friday. This is a good time to be an investor. This is a good time to buy into stocks and to hold, and not to be quick-handed. So I have been cautious about that. I have not been selling out of many stocks, and that has done really well for me. A lot of other people have been taking profits, whether it's because of elections coming up or because of, a potential market crash. And that can always happen, but I would rather wait and see how much we can gain with these stocks, because they have been going up massively. That is my thought. I want to hear from you, though, in the comments below. What are you doing? Thank you for hitting that like button and for hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for sharing this to whoever you want to share it with, and getting those 4 free stocks. Again, that helps a lot when you get those free stocks, so I really appreciate that. Also, if you want to join that Patreon group, again, we're growing quickly. It's awesome to be in there. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Again, I'll put up the video on CIIC that I just made earlier today and why it's up so much, whether I'm buying or selling it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in this video.